So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the settings I use for my Canon EOS 600D or the Canon Rebel T3i, like I love to call it. So that's the Canon I'm using right here. I have the review on my channel of this camera, the features that I love so much, the unboxing video as well. I'm going to link it down below so that you guys can go check them out. Guys, you're gonna love it. The camera came with this 18 to 55 mm lens. So this is what it looks like. And then I got the 50 mm lens separately. It's the perfect pancake lens that you're going to need for your work basically. So guys, yeah, those are my lenses. And then you're going to notice this has a battery grip at the bottom. So you can see that it's not the regular size of the camera. I'm going to remove it so that you guys can see what it looks like. I have the review of this battery grip as well on my channel. Guys, this is amazing. You can use two batteries at the same time with this battery grip without having to have any problems with your battery running down and everything. It's going to help you last longer with your work. So guys, I'm going to remove that and show you guys what the main camera looks like. So right here, I have the battery cover. So they put it right here. They said we can put it right here so that we don't lose the cover of the battery case of the main camera itself. So I'm just going to insert my battery. And this is my camera right here. This is what it looks like. Now guys, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my lens. So you're going to fix the white to the white right here. If it was my pancake lens, that has a red button. So I will just fix the red to red, but this is white, so the white to white. And here it is. This is a zoom lens. The pancake lens is not a zoom lens. Like the zooming form that it comes with is what it's going to work with everywhere. So if you want a far shot, you have to walk backwards to get your shot. But with this, you can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, I'm going to insert the memory card. I'm going to just turn it off right now and put the memory card in. So guys, can you see what it looks like? This is my screen with some settings. I'm going to show you guys what my picture settings look like and what my video settings look like in the menu section. So I'm going to just move it to manual. Now the first setting I'm going to show you guys are these settings. Now I'm not a pro, so I'm just going to show you guys the settings that have worked for me. So I'm going to press the Q button right here, and it's going to help me navigate through it basically. So right here at the top, we have our shutter speed. In my case, I'm using 1/100. Now you can test yours as well to see, the shutter speed basically, and test it out to like know what exactly you want to work with. In my case, I'm using 1/100 for my pictures. And then I'm now going to go to the aperture. My aperture is 4.0, f4.0. That's what I use. Next up is the ISO. Now the ISO is really important. The lower the ISO, the cleaner your video. So your ISO determines how clean your video or picture is going to be without any grains. So if it goes up to 6400, you're going to have so much grains in your picture. So always make sure it's the lowest possible number, which is 100. And with the kit lens, it doesn't bring in so much light. So that's why the pancake lens actually helps me a lot, because it brings in a lot of light to an extent. So it helps the ISO stay low and still give you the best quality of, content basically that you're working on. So the next thing is the exposure. This is what my settings look like. And then the flash exposure. Then this end that you see here is the picture style. So now I'm going to put it on faithful. I actually like faithful. I even checked YouTube videos and they recommended faithful, and faithful is really, really nice. So I'm going to start using faithful for mine. And yeah, instead of the neutral, I'm going to be using faithful. And then auto white balance is what I'm using, just because I'm not a pro, so I don't want to mess with these settings. Then the brightness standard, like these are actually manual focus, so you can focus it yourself or you can do autofocus depending on how like you want your picture to come out. So sometimes I always like, just doing the automatic focus for me and get my picture done, or do my manual focus and get my picture done faster, because the autofocus would still zoom in, zoom out, do all those things before it gives you your picture, and I don't have time for that. So I always like the manual focus. And then for the shooting, you can shoot single pictures, you can shoot continuous shots, you can time it to 10 seconds, you can time it to 2 seconds, and self timer continuous is also there. So I'm using single shots for my work. And then I don't know what metering is. Then for my pictures, I want raw footage. So that's what I have right here. So this is the home screen settings basically. Now we're going to go to our menu setting. Now guys, on the menu setting, this is what it looks like. Now for my setting, like I said earlier, quality is raw. Then I want the beep to be enabled when I take my pictures. Release shutter without card, yes. Enable. Image review. Holds the image. So when I take my pictures, I want it to hold it. I want to see it continuously. Like, it shouldn't go out of the screen basically. So you can off it. So when you take your pictures, you don't see it and you just continue taking your pictures. Or you can leave it for 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 8 seconds, or hold it. So I'm holding mine. Peripheral illumination correction, I don't know about that, so I'm enabling it because that's what someone actually recommended. Red eye reduction, enable. Flash control, this is what the flash control is. You enable it, and here I put this on average. Built-in flash functioning, these are the settings on mine, so you can replicate that to get the best quality that I have as well in my own settings basically. So I'll just go back by pressing menu, and then these are just some settings right here. Menu. Now guys, we're going to move to the next one, which is the next red button. So this is what it basically looks like. This is my exposure right now. I don't always mess with all these things. So this is what it looks like. Auto lighting optimizer, I chose the standard. So you have disable, low, standard, and strong. Metering mode, I chose this first one. I don't know what metering is. So the first one was recommended. Custom white balance. So these are basically the settings that are here. Color space, sRGB. Then picture style, like I said, faithful. That's what I'm using. Now you can even go ahead to set more on these things. So all you need to do is press the info button and they're going to see some of these things right here. So sharpness has to be on 0 because you don't want your picture looking like a cartoon work. So sharpness should always go down. Contrast should be on 0. Saturation, I don't know if I want to increase my saturation by a little bit so that it can have like a beautiful. I always love when pictures are not highly saturated but still saturated in a way. So I'm going to just increase it by just 1 after the 0. Color tone, leave it on 0. And yes, this is my setting for my faithful. You can even pick from other ones and test them out to see what they look like so that you know your own sweet spot. There is the auto, standard, portrait, landscape, neutral, faithful, monochrome, which is black and white. User definition 1, 2, 3, where you can, set your own unique settings basically. So right here is user definition 1. I'm just going to click here and I'm going to go to faithful, then increase the saturation, and then exit. Now I'm going to go to my normal faithful right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to now, that setting I did, I'm going to go back to the original setting that it was so that I don't mess with the original faithful setting that came with the camera. So that's what I've done right here. Now what I'm going to just set my own to is user definition 1, since it's the tweaked version of the faithful that I used. So I'm going to just choose it, and then yeah, basically that's what it is. Then the third setting section, so the ISO max 400, don't go too high because your ISO is really important to avoid grains on your pictures. Then we have this right here, the fourth red button, live view. Always enable live view so that you can see what you're working on while you're working on it, or while you're doing anything. You can see your subject on the screen while you're recording. Before you take a picture, you can see it. AF mode should be live mode. Grid display, if you want it on, if you want it off, so that you can be able to, set your whoever you're shooting or whatever you're shooting to be at the center or at the sides. The grid lines can help you, but I want it off in my case. Aspect ratio 16:9 is what I'm using. Metering timer 4 seconds. I don't know what metering timer is, so I put it on the lowest one possible. Then here you just have, you can protect your images, rotate, erase images, print order, creative filters. So there are filters that you can use on this camera basically. Resize. So these are what you should choose on yours as well, because I really don't know what they are. And yeah, auto power off. So after 2 minutes my camera goes like it's hibernates basically, so it sleeps after 2 minutes. Auto rotate on. So there are 4 screen colors basically. There is the white with gray, there is the pure white, there is this pinkish color, and there's green. Green is my favorite color, and yeah, I chose green. These are basically the settings for like the camera basically, not like the settings for taking your pictures. So that's what this is about. So can you guys see? These are what you're going to pick. So the red ones are for the picture quality and everything, while others are for like the camera setting, the body of the camera, everything, all those kind of things, your memory card, all those things. But these red ones are the important ones for the output of the picture you're gonna get. Now we're going to move on to the video section. Yes, so this is my video section. This is what the interface looks like. So I'm just going to go to my menu so we can set it. Now for our movie exposure, we're going to put it on manual, AF mode, live mode, like I said earlier. This, you enable it. We're going to choose the first one for this. remote control. If you have a remote control, you enable this. Highlight tone priority is disabled right here. Then we move on to the next one. So right here, movie recording size is 1920 by 1080, 25 frames per second. That's what I'm using right here. Digital zoom off. Sound recording manual. So while I'm talking, you can see that it's increasing. So that means it's working. Basically, the microphone is working, and I can even use an external microphone on this camera. That's why I even bought it, because there are some other Canons that you cannot use external microphones, so you need to research very well. I researched like a million videos before I bought this camera. So, and this was the best budget camera for Canon, the best one basically for beginners. So in between beginners and advanced, this is the one you should get to be able to start learning and then, improve yourself. Metering timer 4 seconds, grid display off, video snapshots disable. So with video snapshots, you can take 2 seconds shots, 4 second shots, 8 second shots, and collate it like a movie basically. So short clips that turn to a movie. So I'm disabling that. And this is my exposure. Auto lighting optimizer, standard, custom white balance, picture style. I'm going to go to what I did before. So I'm going to go to user definition, click info. Then I'm going to go to faithful. And then I'm going to set this as well, the saturation. And I'm going to go back. So this is what I'm using. Quality raw, beep enabled, release shutter without card, enable, image review hold. So when you take your video, you see it continuously. And yes, enable. So these as well are just like the camera setting basically. These are the settings I use for my Canon 600D or Rebel T3i. I hope you guys learned a lot from this particular video. These are my settings that help me, get amazing pictures and videos. And yes, guys, that's all I have for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned a lot from it. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment in the comment section. Joining as a membership helps the channel a lot. If you would like more information on something or you want clarification, I'll be ready to help you with it. Until my next video, do have yourself a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. It's still your favorite content creator and fashion entrepreneur, Lara Savage, signing out.